Hey guys, True Knight back here. So tonight, we are gonna go over another version of Swordsoul, kind of like a nuance that I brought a little while back with a different layout of hand traps and things for the new format. So, as you can see in the thumbnail, this is gonna be without TENYIs, Ashuna, Vishuddha, Adhara, or Shatana. Please don't burn me at the stake. Don't cancel me. This is just outside the box thinking because we've been playing Swordsoul for the same way for so long. Just want to give you guys ideas, which a lot of you I guarantee have already been thinking about just from what I see in the comments. Like, you guys are on the same level of thinking as me. So, here's the thing about Swordsoul. So, as long as I've known Swordsoul and what drew me to it when I came back to the game after about I don't know, I think I took like a 4 or 5 year hiatus. My favorite deck of all time was Satellar Knight, right? When I first came back to the game, I came when Swordsoul was in its prime, right before it won Nats, and it was still like Ecclesias were $75 each kind of thing. So, one of the things I heard though in a match, excuse me, is somebody say, hey, it's just the tellers with synchros. And instantly I was drawn in, right? I was just like, hey, you're right. The way I see it play, its mechanics, what it can do, it does its negates through monsters though. So you're not setting 5 and passing with a Deneb. You're instead Chichao, Baron, 2 hand traps, maybe a blackout, go. So it's always been control. And I think that's great. I think if you're going to take out the 9 spots for TENYIs, possibly 12 if you include 2 circles and Shatana, you can do things like more hand traps. Ash, Ghost, Spooky, DB Crow, Valor, things like that. You could even do things like Board Breakers, Book of Eclipse, Raigeki, Nib, you know, things like that. Shoot, you could throw in traps. Let's say like Floodgates, Anti-Spell. You can main deck it. You can main deck Solemn Strike. You could even drop a Gamma Seal on your opponent, let's say. Who knows? It's really up to you and your flavor of play. I chose that if I'm going to change it up like that, I want to change with the playstyle. So I want to brawl with my opponent. I don't want to just control the opponent. I want to throw down. Because Swordsoul doesn't really do that. Swordsoul is effectively, from the way we've all played it the past couple of years, and you gotta admit, Chichao, Baron, hand trap, and blackout, pass. And I'm kind of sick of doing that. So, what I present to you is kind of like a Vanquish Soul build, in a sense. I just want to get scrappy and fight, you know? So, I bring you a deck that can do that very easily. So let's get right into it. So Swordsouls don't change. Swordsoul Ecclesia is at 3. Always going to be, in my opinion. I do understand if you want to do 2. It's easy to side out. But I'm going to play at 3. Moye, your heart and soul of the deck. If you're playing any kind of Swordsoul build, you should be playing this card. Let's go Longy one. 10s are really prevalent, and you'll see as that goes on in any kind of format, but yeah, always play. Now, I had a hard time because I wanted to play a 3rd, but I instead decided to do 2 Taya and 1 Iris for this build. Why do you ask, True Knight? Some people are on the fence. It's a bad card, it's a good card, it's a mainstay, it's never even thought about it. To me, if I'm gonna mess around with the deck, let's mess around with the deck, kind of thing, you know. So, effect negation is easy with this deck, so it's easy to get her out. Okay, and that's what this deck is all about: is different ways to scrap with your opponent. So, 3 emergence, of course, and the 1 blackout. So, again, Swordsoul ratios don't really change. I didn't decide to do a 3rd Taya. That's the only thing that's kind of weird in this build, in my opinion, because I think if you do get rid of TENYIs, third TENYI is pivotal, but like I said, with my logic, I just want to change it up fully if we're going to change it up. So, all right, non-TENYIs. Swordsoul Fenrir. As you guys can tell with the thumbnail, I'm playing some monsters in this, so I'm just trying to fight it out with my opponent. Now, Nibiru is a very strong candidate to be in this deck with this version, but again, I want to scrap, so I can't have Nibiru on board and get him out. So, 2 Pink. This card is genuinely a freakish in nature card to scrap with, so play it, in my opinion. And 2 Phasme. So, SP is a thing, right? Let's see what Fire King's doing. Oh, link. They're all about linking with the Tri-Brigade version, the Dogmatica version, even the pure snake, sinful spoils, Fire King builds. They're linking. So, what does this card do? Hey, you got that SP Little Knight? Cool. In all her great glory, I'm gonna just drop this and either make you respond to it and take it away from you, and then I can have hopefully a lot more stuff in my hand to fight it out with, or boom, you're giving me advantage for free. So that's how you gotta kind of think. And last but not least, you guys might have seen it, I'm playing 1 Curry. Why? Very simple. Creatures are activating all over the place on your turn. So Pearly, excuse me, Pearly, Fire King, what do you call it, Labyrinth, all those decks are activating effects on your turn. So just get rid of all of them and kill your opponent, kind of thing. Like, I know again, this guy's crazy, but if we're gonna think nuance, let's think nuance, right? Let's think of ways to fight it out. What better way than this, you know? It's easy to go into, easy to drop. Now for non-engine, still running the 3 Troll, 3 Shifter. These could be whatever you choose for your liking. I just want to piggyback off of my previous deck profile because I've been testing it out a lot and I like it. Dropping this guy on your opponent and saying good luck is some of the best things to do on standby phase, and just watching them squirm. I think now more than ever, like I said in my last video, this card is insane, this format, guys. I think this should honestly be like a staple. Like, I almost think we should be looking at this as like an Ash kind of sense, because this card is just nutty and what it can do and how it can help you and really progress any kind of game state that you might be in. Please consider it, especially this format. And then my favorite card in the game, of course, Talent. I really wanted to up this to 3, but I want to have fun with Curry and see how that works out, so I decided not to put in the 3rd one and instead use Curry Car. 2 Desires, because this deck can still play it. The only one of you have is Iris and Curry Car, so you're not really hurting anything. Don't really care. And then, of course, Imperm, because I like effect negation, so I give myself a little bit of control. But again, let me know what you guys think. I know some of y'all are gonna say this guy's crazy, he has no idea how he's playing Swordsoul, yada yada yada. And to you I say, live a little and let yourself adapt to change, because this game's changing. So get on board or be left in the dust. Let's go into extra deck. So to start out things, of course, now here's the thing while I drop this down. Like I told you guys in the beginning of this video, Vanquish Soul was heavily on my mind when I was building this. I don't know why. I like the thought of Vanquish Soul and just throwing down with an opponent and having fun that way. Because Vanquish Soul, in my opinion, is like a really gritty, like, it can not necessarily out-resource you, but it can just always hang in there. There are times where it absolutely does brick, like any other deck, but for the most part, it's just there to scrap. So what I decided to do with my extra deck is of course play my Swordsoul stuff, but I'm just gonna throw in a whole bunch of strong extra deck cards like you would in a Vanquish Soul deck, and kind of go from there. So 1 SP. This would be a second SP, but I don't have it, so I'm throwing in Unicorn. Why not Appaloosa? You know, if I'm outgaining my opponent and I can just drop it and win a game, let's do it. Now for starting the Swordsoul stuff, I'm playing the 1-in-1. So like I told you guys in my previous build, I never thought I'd play less than 2 Boxia, but in this kind of deck, I like options, and anything you guys have heard me in the past, I love having options, and so that's why I'm playing these ratios. And then still playing the Berserker. It's just a strong card, and it's easy to go into. 2 Chicho, of course. 1 Sovereign, and 1 Sinister. And then of course the Baron, one of my favorite extra cards ever made. Gonna play Garua and Muddragon, MVP I think of the format right now. Just what it offers and what it can do. Insane card if you're catching your opponent off guard. Can just drop it on, win game. And then I am playing the 2. Like I said, I play talents, so it's easy to snatch up something from my opponent, especially if I'm going against Pearly. And if I'm in a drought, if I'm struggling, and I need to just be able to go into something and win a game. So those are my thought processes on the extra deck. Let me know what you guys think there. Now, side deck can really be anything. This is just a kind of cookie cutter, what I think. Ghost Spell, of course, 2 Lightning and 1 Feather Duster, 3 Cosmic, 3 Evenly, and 3 Summon Limit. So not really much to say there, guys. It's just stuff that I see really counters the meta really hard, and really fun, you know, to play with. So let me know what you guys think. Again, I understand it's change, it's new. A lot of you guys don't like change. You like having it drawn out neatly in front of you, but for me, I think we're in a period of a tier 0 format. So what do I like to do? Let's just experiment and catching your opponent off guard now more than ever, you know? Like, we're getting ready for YCS it's the 11th now, so I don't know what I'm gonna post. It's probably in the next couple of days, but in what, like 10 days, 2 weeks? Have fun with this kind of stuff. You could be potentially that person that shows up to a YCS with a random build like this and just pop off because nobody's prepared for all of it, you know? Some people might be like, all right, Fenrir is going to be a thing, but they're not thinking about Phantasmic, they're not thinking about Curry, they're not thinking about like all those things mained at once. So that kind of thinking might be damn near what goes and gives Fire King a run for his money. I know it's heavily out-resourcing the rest of the decks in the game, and I understand that. Resource is key to any card game, but I'm just trying to give you guys thoughts and ideas about outside the box. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please like and subscribe. It helps me go a long way. Again, I want to thank you guys all for the support of my Swordsoul build that I posted just a couple days ago. Crazy the amount of views it went up to. Yeah, it was very highly motivating and makes me want to do more. So you'll see different types of videos coming up. Like I said in my last video, I did get a new computer, so I am going to be doing different kind of viewing. I'll probably still do deck profiles, test hands if you guys want. I'll do locals when I can go, and I am also going to be doing things like Rarity Collection 2 predictions, ban list predictions, things like that. I did already purchase a case of Rarity 2, so that'll be an opening that we'll do together. It'll be pretty fun. Maybe we'll do a giveaway at that point, depending on how many subscribers we're at. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, guys, a lot more coming down the pipeline. We'll get wild with it, have fun. So, alright guys, be kind, be respectful to each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.